The actors of the Addams Family lived the fame of one of television's most iconic series, but behind the scenes, their lives were not rosy. Some faced devastating illnesses, and others struggled to stay in the industry. This is the story of a fictional family that marked an era and the actors who brought their memorable characters to life. John Astin, who played the eccentric Gomez Addams, is still a reference in acting even at 95 years old. Astin brought to life a Gomez Addams who, in addition to being madly in love with his refined wife Morticia, whom he used to kiss her arm every time she spoke French to him, enjoyed torture and bathing in acid. In real life, though, Astin is a committed academic. Until before the pandemic, he taught acting classes at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. His last on-screen role was in Starship 2 in 2011, where he played Professor Peabody. In recent years, he has preferred to lend his voice to various projects, and his legacy in the industry remains remarkable. Carolyn Jones brought to life the iconic and refined Morticia Addams, always dressed in black, and not only cared for her strange family, but also for her carnivorous plant, Cleopatra. Morticia enjoyed walking through the cemetery and overseeing her children with an unmistakable dark elegance. Off-screen, however, Jones faced a tough battle with colon cancer, which led to her death in 1983 at the age of 53. Although her career did not achieve the same success after the Addams Family, she left her mark with memorable appearances in series such as Roots and Wonder Woman. Although her life was short, her interpretation of Morticia remains a symbol of her legacy in television. Lisa Loring, the lovable and sinister Wednesday, was the one in charge of bringing to life the offspring of the eccentric Addams family. Dressed in black like her mother Morticia, Merlina did not enjoy playing with other children, although she occasionally got into mischief with her brother. She famously carried her decapitated doll, which she called Marie Antoinette, after the queen who lost her head. Although Loring's acting career was not extensive, she remained connected to her fans through conventions and events. Since 2002, she worked in public relations for a hotel chain in the United States. She was married to porn actor Jerry Butler, and later to actor Doug Stevenson. Loring passed away in 2023 at the age of 64 due to a stroke. Ken Weatherwax, who played the mischievous Pugsley, found it difficult to continue his career after the success of the series. Pugsley, the youngest son of the family, intended to follow in the footsteps of his elders, especially Uncle Fester. However, as with many child actors, Weatherwax encountered major obstacles to landing roles in Hollywood after his success on The Addams Family. At age 17, he decided to join the U.S. Army. Later, from 1992 to 2002, he found a new path in the entertainment industry, working as a recording technician and set designer on various projects. Ken Weatherwax passed away in 2014 at the age of 59, victim of a heart attack. Jackie Coogan, the legendary Uncle Fester, was perhaps the most eccentric of the Addams family. His character enjoyed unusual pastimes, such as lighting a light bulb with his mouth or putting his head in a vice. Although Coogan is remembered for this role, his career began much earlier, when as a child, he starred alongside Charles Chaplin in one of the most iconic scenes in film history in the movie The Kid. Despite a prolific career, Coogan faced serious financial problems throughout his life. However, his work in The Addams Family allowed him to experience an artistic renaissance in his later years. He died in 1984 at the age of 69 due to heart problems. Ted Cassidy, the imposing Butler Lurch, not only stood out for his height, but also for his acting ability. Although he rarely spoke, when he did, his deep voice made him unmistakable, and he was considered an integral part of the Addams family. Cassidy lent his hand to bring the character of Thing to life, and is also remembered for his role as the villainous Harvey Logan in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, opposite Paul Newman and Robert Redford. He died in 1979 at the age of 46, due to complications after a heart operation derived from acromegaly, a condition caused by an excessive secretion of growth hormone. He appeared in 24 films and did notable work as a voice actor. Finally, Felix Silla, who played the unforgettable Cousin It, also had an extensive career in television. Although his face was rarely seen on screen, his performance as the hairy and mysterious Cousin It was essential to the charm of the series. Silla passed away in 2021 at the age of 84 due to pancreatic cancer. Remembering the Addams Family is a direct trip back to those days where the bizarre and the macabre were transformed into pure family fun. Although most of its actors are no longer with us, their legacy lives on in our screens. And if you were left wanting more, don't miss this video where we delve into the history of this iconic TV show. Click here and join me on this nostalgic journey.